Welcome to this Pedagogy Premiere on Nurture Principle 4, Language as Communication. In this short video, we'll explore the importance of language as communication and also consider the use of a self-evaluation tool. A nurturing approach recognises that positive relationships are central to both learning and well-being. A key aspect of a nurturing approach is an understanding of attachment theory and how early experiences can have a significant impact on development. It all recognises that the early learning and school setting staff have a role to play in establishing positive relationships that are required to promote healthy social and emotional development, and that these relationships should be reliable, predictable, and consistent where possible. A nurturing approach has a key focus on the school environment and emphasises the balance between care and challenge, which incorporates attunement, warmth and connection, alongside structure, high expectations, and a focus on achievement and attainment. It is based on the understanding of the 6 nurturing principles, which are: children's learning is understood developmentally. The environment offers a safe base. The importance of nurture for the development of well-being. Language is a vital means of communication. All behaviour is communication. And transitions are important in a young person's life. A nurturing approach can be applied at both the universal and targeted levels and promotes inclusive, respectful relationships across the whole school community, including learners, staff, parents, carers, and other partners. Our 4th principle of nurture is language is a vital means of communication. It's important for children and young people to be able to understand and express their thoughts and feelings. It's also crucial for adults to understand the importance of their own language towards children and young people and how this can impact on them. Children often act out their feelings as they lack the vocabulary to name how they feel. Informal opportunities for talking and sharing are just as important as more formal teaching lessons around language skills. This enables words to be used instead of actions to express feelings, and imaginative play can be used to help children understand the feelings of others. It's helpful to provide opportunities for pupils, parents and staff to express their views, and the adults model how to share feelings and experiences. Pupils' voice should be valued and language should be assessed, developed and embedded in all aspects of the curriculum at an appropriate level for the child or young person. Consider how children are taught to recognise emotions and name them in your context. Are they taught to recognise early warning signs of anger or anxiety and use strategies to de-escalate? How do daily routines allow for conversations and sharing of experiences? Positive relationships and clear communication with learners sits at the heart of Nurture Principle 4. The chart illustrates just how significant body language can be when we communicate our feelings. The majority of our communication is non-verbal. Between head nods, smiles, frowns, closed postures, head tilts, raised hands, and excited pacing, teachers and learners send hundreds of non-verbal cues to one another daily. Positive body language in a classroom setting has the ability to motivate, inspire, and engage. When embedding a nurturing approach, the non-verbal cues needed to convey warmth and empathy remind our pupils that we are approachable and there to help them grow. Here are 6 ways that we can use cues to empower and engage our learners. Eye contact, one of the best ways to connect with our learners and keep their focus. Hold gaze for one learner for about 15 to 30 seconds before changing to another learner. They're more likely to pay attention when they know that you're speaking directly to them. It also helps them to feel seen. Being expressive and using gestures. Inspire your learners to become involved with the lesson. Hook their brains. Retention rates are low on verbal material, but increase when you add in memorable non-verbal cues for the brain to file away as an association. Keep your arms open. An open body signals an invitation. It also draws your learner's attention to you, and they'll be more likely to hear what you have to say. Praise with your whole body. Nod your head. Give a thumbs up, maybe two. Raise your hands in excitement. Show them that they're on the right path, and they'll be more confident in continuing down it. Adopt a thinking pose. Hold your chin and tilt your head. This will signal to students that you're looking to ponder the question. It inspires curiosity. Smile. This is most important. Students connect best with teachers who want to be present with them, who love learning and want to share that passion. Being more mindful of non-verbal communication in the classroom will allow us to become more effective communicators of knowledge. In addition, we'll become skilled receivers of our own students' needs, gain the power to send signals that reinforce learning, and open our eyes to the signals that stifle it. This summary visual from Connected Moments and video interaction guidance demonstrates how we become attuned to our learners, starting from the bottom up. It begins with being attentive, turning towards the other person, using a friendly posture and looking interested. Encouragement is shown through a warm, friendly tone, listening and giving time to respond. Receiving is indicated by nodding, repeating or smiling. Through positive adult role modelling, learners may become more attuned to each other, taking turns, cooperating and asking questions. And the final stage is offering support and guidance. To build those strong positive relationships, we need to attune or tune in to our learners, noticing what and how someone is communicating and responding sensitively and appropriately to their emotional needs. It involves communicating effectively both verbally and non-verbally, considering what we say as well as how we say it. The phrases on screen can really help. Take a moment to reflect if you use similar language. Dan Hughes' PACE approach focuses on both verbal and non-verbal interactions, aligning well with Nurture Principle 4. Playfulness is about creating a fun, light and playful atmosphere when communicating with the child. It means using a light tone of voice, like you might when telling a story, rather than an irritated or lecturing tone. It's about having fun and expressing a sense of joy. Relating with a playful attitude keeps the interaction light and upbeat and can help diffuse a difficult or tense situation. Children are less likely to respond with anger and defensiveness when the adult has a touch of playfulness in their communication. Being playful could mean having fun with shared games or a shared activity that involves you both. Having a playful stance isn't about being funny all the time or making jokes when a child is sad. It's about helping children to be more open to and experience positive connection. While such a response may be not appropriate at the time of risky or distressed behaviours, when applied at low-level behaviours, playfulness can help keep it all in perspective. Acceptance is about accepting that whatever the child or you are feeling right now is okay. You're accepting their thoughts, feelings and perceptions without judgment. You may not agree with their interpretation, but you accept their feelings about it. It's their experience and this is important. Don't minimise or invalidate it. Show them it's okay to feel the way they do. Actively communicate to the child that you accept their feelings and thoughts underneath the observable behaviour. For example, a child may tell you, "I know you hate me," and it's tempting to respond with, "That's not true," or "Don't say that." But this may leave the child feeling that you really don't understand what it's like for them. Instead, through using peace, we could respond with, "I'm sorry you think I hate you. That must feel awful. No wonder you're angry with me." Or, "I didn't realise that you felt like that. I'm sorry it feels that way to you." Acceptance doesn't mean that you have to accept behaviour if this is harmful to themselves or other people. You can limit the behaviour while at the same time understanding and accepting the motives for the behaviour. Convey acceptance through your tone of voice. Try using a storytelling or gentle tone, showing your interest and understanding and maintaining a non-judgmental stance. Acceptance is most clearly conveyed through non-verbal communication. Curiosity is about approaching children with an air of curiosity, seeking to understand what drives them, what's important in their life. How can you get to the core of who they are and bring out the best in them? Curiosity means you don't judge them quickly. You can ask more questions of them as you know that you're curious about them. Curiosity involves a quiet, accepting tone. "What do you think that was about?" Or, "I wonder what..." You say this without anticipating an answer from or response from a child. And this is different from asking, "Why did you do that?" with an expectation of a reply. Children often know that their behaviour was not appropriate. They often do not know why they did it, or are reluctant to tell adults why. If adults can stay curious about why the child is behaving as they are, the child and adult are less likely to feel cross or frustrated. With curiosity, we are trying to show that we wish to understand. We hope to convey that our intentions are to truly understand and help the child, and not to lecture. Finally, empathy. Empathy is about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and allowing yourself to feel what they must be feeling. It gives us a sense of compassion for the child and their emotions. This is essential in helping the child to feel understood. When someone really understands you, it can make a big difference to how you cope. Being empathic is not about reassuring the child, which tries to make the problem go away, but about being in the moment with them, carrying and containing their big emotions. This lays the foundation for connection. With empathy, when a child is sad or in distress, we are feeling the sadness and distress and letting them know that we are doing that with them. We demonstrate we know how difficult the experience is for them. We're telling them that they don't have to deal with this alone, and together we'll get through this. The adult will stay with the child emotionally, providing support and comfort, and won't abandon them when they need the adult most. Fife's educational psychology team have provided helpful guidance on the use of scripts in 3 scenarios: big deal, little deal, hard or easy to do, and problem solving. Within each scenario, it's recommended to identify and label the issue with the child. For example, "This is a bit tricky." State the reason. For example, "This is just a little deal, because we can," or then list options to solve the problem. Offer a strategy. For example, "Okay, so we need to make a plan," or "You can ask for help." And finally, offer general reassurance. For example, "That was hard to do, but you managed. There's always something that we can do." Here are some further examples of simple scripts from Dr. Chris Moore at EP Insight, which can be used to demonstrate affirming, validating, and empathic messages. Within their How Nurturing is Our School pack, Fife's educational psychology colleagues recommend that staff complete the associated self-evaluation wheel to demonstrate areas of strength and development against elements linking to our 4th principle of nurture. For example, how does language support co-regulation? Are adults aware of their own verbal and non-verbal language? Do staff model positive interactions? Are instructions broken down? Are social interactions taught?
Thank you for engaging with this Pedagogy Premiere.